no getting over, no getting over, just no getting over you.
Wish I could spin my world into reverse just to have you back again. There's no getting over, there's no getting over, there's just no getting over you. No, no. Bring it back.
Hey, I can't forget you, baby. I think about your AD.
So hello and welcome back to the channel. So you find me in Poland, Świdnik, just outside of Lublin, which is about 2.5 hours drive from Warsaw. So weather is absolutely stunning. We're now into September and look at it. Amazing. As you'll have seen from the b-roll footage just before, I've been out running this morning. Wasn't able to bring the bike with me. Lucky to get here obviously with all the COVID restrictions, and now have the travel passport, double vaccinated system, so all good for us, but still a complicated process, more so for the return back to the UK. But done a 4.2 mile run this morning over to Lublin Lodz Airport, which was great. Stupendous weather. I'm not a runner, but we're just still trying to keep some form of fitness up. And doing a lot of walking, so enjoy the film footage of Poland. So, and we'll catch up shortly. Another stunning day in Poland. Just out for another run this morning, day 3 of running, and 5 miles today. I'm just at the halfway point and gonna hit the return leg to come back. Beautiful.
There is no, baby, it feels so to dance to the beat of that heat between you and I. Free to the moment, light. We like to live life and pour them shots up in the.
What an absolutely stunning day. It's 25 degrees already and it's only 10:30 in the morning. Beautiful. In September and the weather's like this in Poland. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, however, today is the last day of the trip in Poland. Need to fly back to Scotland, Edinburgh, and then crack on with bike training and work, where we've got a load of new big projects coming. which was exciting, but it's just been fantastic to be here. As I've already said, you know, because of the pandemic, it's been a year and 7 months since I've been able to get here back and see family and friends, which has just been absolute chaos. The pandemic's just been, and still is, causing havoc, but you know, people just need to be sensible. Anyway, that film's not about this. Hello. So final little walk before I head to the airport, fly back. Should get back into Edinburgh just around about 7, between 7 and 8 p.m. tonight, something like that. So that's been a bit of a challenge to make the first travel, but you know, just because of all the restrictions, documentation. Had my COVID test yesterday. Absolutely fantastic clinic in Lublin, just outside of Świdnik. Doctor was super, very knowledgeable, obviously as a doctor would be, but what I mean is in terms of explaining, even in English, you know, how the testing works, and also why doing the throat and nose isn't actually necessary as well. A lot of interesting information. It was a really good conversation, you know, very nice guy. And so frequent travel back to Poland now, because it's easy for us, means, you know, we'll just use this testing centre. It is a bit of a faff though, you know. I mean, I actually brought my laptop with me just because I wasn't quite sure and was having to download documents and then go on the DirectGov website, do the travel locator form. Near where I live, town about 14-15 miles from where I live, Livingston. It's got a drive-through centre for the second day test, but obviously because I'm double vaccinated, I only need to do the second day test, and that is it. Which, to be honest, I find a little bit pointless because there's no restrictions, so it means I can walk around, do whatever. You know, I might have even been back at work tomorrow, for example, and then you do your second day test, and if that comes back positive, it won't, you know, it shouldn't, highly unlikely, but if it did, you know, you've been around contaminating all these people, so it's like, either I just don't see the point in having to do a second day test. I get the point, you know, we could argue and debate around this all day, to be honest, but why have they put that rule in place? Either you have to isolate until you've got a negative test result, but you're allowed to walk around and do everything. So either you don't need to bother with a test, or you need, or you have to isolate. You know, that's just my personal view. I get it's a difficult thing, but you know, the rules need to be consistent, and they're not really consistent just now. For example, at work I've had a thing with face masks, you know, and you know, so you can go to a nightclub and not need to wear a face mask and do all the shenanigans and everything, but then, you know, the rules, they're just not consistent, and it makes it very difficult to police and implement because the government aren't being consistent. So anyway, this wasn't supposed to be a rant film, which it's not, but it just goes to show the challenges that we're in and just people not behaving, which is making it worse. Scotland, from yesterday's stats, had an increase of over 5,000 cases, an extra 16 deaths, so we've had a spike in August, and that's when the rules changed, obviously, when we were at quite a dip previous. But you know, it's this isn't ever going to go away, so it's just a case of living with it. As I said, you know, I'd felt a bit shit after my second vaccination for quite a period of time, but I actually feel really good now. I feel okay. Pins and needles and everything's completely gone and disappeared from my hand, and I feel good. I've been running while in Poland. Didn't take the bike, as I've already mentioned, but I've been running and I've really enjoyed the running. I'm going to keep that going, actually. I am going to keep that going because it's good cross training, and I found that actually I'm not unfit, you know, because of the standard I can train and race to on a bike, but I'm unfit in terms of other aspects of the body. Probably unfit's a bit unfair, but we're not trained, you know, whereas I was quite a good all-rounder a number of years ago, whereas now at the age of 43 I'm getting sore hips and, you know, sore ankles and various things. Okay, so we'll get this film wrapped up now, head over to the airport, say the goodbyes, and which will be challenging, and then we'll head back to the hotel. We'll get this film wrapped up now, head over to the airport, say the goodbyes, and which will be challenging, 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 and which yeah, need to go pick my dog up tomorrow. He's with my parents. Yes, hello. 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 It's a big dog. And, but the weather here is amazing. I love Portugal, as you know, but it's great having the house here in Poland. So we've got a family home here in Poland, and it's just fantastic and so easy. Airport, yeah, it's 2.5 hours drive away. There's an airport in Lublin, but they stopped the flights to Lublin Airport, which is a bit frustrating because that's literally, you know, I've been running to Lublin Airport, for example. You know, it's only just over 2 miles away. So yeah. On that, actually, I've not been able to fly my drone. You've seen drone footage, but that has been the other house has been my wife's sister's house. And her boyfriend's house. So you know, and here, because the airport's 2 miles, I have to get all these authorization codes, so I can't actually fly my drone, and because we're in an exclusion area, so it won't allow me to take it off, which is super clever technology. So okay, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you back training on the bike again. Bye bye.